Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm going to be using the Storybook Friends bundle that is in the new January through April mini catalog by Stampin' Up! But I'm also going to be using the Timeless Plaid DSP and also the Storybook Moments DSP. It has these fun little die cuts that you can just pop out, and they're really, really pretty. And all the colors coordinate so beautifully with this plaid, as you can see them pulled out of there. There's also some great paper in this set, but I couldn't I couldn't figure out which pattern I wanted. This is the only one that's kind of an off pattern, but they're so cute. They're vegetables, they're little animals. I just couldn't cut into it. So I decided to use the Timeless Plaid. Plus I wanted something that the colors coordinate with each other. And you'll notice this is one of the DSPs that the front coordinates with the back. As you can see, they all match. So it's really nice when you have a technique you want to do that has a front and a back of the DSP. Now, I put this in my Busy Bee bag for January using the birthday celebration, and I saw a card actually that used the same paper. It was Stampin' by Hannah, and she used this technique of cutting, and then I put the cake on and decorated it differently. But I did see it on her one of her Facebook reels, and then she credited a friend of hers named Val, and then since then I've seen everybody doing it. So I'm going to show you this cute little technique to cut that paper. So now what I did is I chose one of these pretty plaids. Okay, I happen to choose this one that has the boho blue and the calypso coral in it. Now you're going to cut a piece of your, you're going to cut down a piece of that to 3 3/4 by 5, because on the front of your card you're going to be having a 4 by 5 1/4. All these measurements are on my blog post and on underneath the YouTube description, where you will see, visit my blog here, press that button, takes you over to CindyLeeBDesigns.com. You'll see additional photos and all those things over there. So you're using a piece of boho blue, and it is got something on it. So I think I'll fold it this way so that it's on the back of the card. Who knows, little piece of ink or something. Boho blue, it is 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I scored it at 5 1/2. It's a half sheet of our cardstock. So that's going to be our card base. And then once I flipped it that way, I got it all discombobulated. Do you know what? This actually is not perfectly straight. I'm going to cut another piece of that. So just take a little look at how pretty all those little pieces are. I didn't realize that piece was cut already in my drawer, and there's a reason why it wasn't used. It's going to be used for other kinds of cutting. So I'm just going to pop that in and cut another piece, because if I'm going to make the card, I may as well do it the right way. Okay, so that, like I said, 4 1/4 by 5, 11, score at 5 1/2. There we go. Cutting blade, scoring blade. Okay, now I have a mountainside here and a valley side here. So it goes divots in, and this is the part that pops up when you score. I like to fold on that side and then do my burnishing, usually with my trusty bone folder that literally is right here. So I can just burnish that there. I am going to be using this trimmer, but I'm going to move that paper. Look at all those cute little, and there's 2 sheets of this. I love that fence. So I'm going to be using this in my Busy Bee bag. You have until February 1st to sign up for that. So even if you don't get the bundle, which right here, once again, I am not using the actual bundle stamps, but I'm using this pretty die in here. There's 3 frame dies, and then each of these animals gets cut out and has this fun little stone fence there and little vegetables, because it's paired with another set in the mini catalog. So if you like those die cuts and the paper, the Busy Bee bag has $25 $20 to $25, closer to the $25 range of items in the Busy Bee bag. And you could get those items even if you don't have the bundle. But if you add on the bundle, you actually get free shipping on that bundle, which is a great deal. So you have till February 1st to do that. So here we are with the card. And you know what? Once again, I need to score this to get, I don't like it when I get that little bit of an edge there. So I'm going to, there we go. That's why I like to use actually my scoring tool. It seems to get it just perfect. Okay, so we're going to put a piece of white on this outside here. Okay, and that's 4 by 5 1/4. So that's why I cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, and if I recall, I said half of 3 3/4 is half of 3 3/4. You know what? What was that? 1 7/8. It was 1 7/8. So 1 7/8. So you're going to put that right side of your paper at 1 7/8. Okay. And you're going to cut down to 1 7/8. I was thinking I didn't write that down, but it's because I actually just did that pretty card there in the Busy Bee bag and showed them how to do that. So you can keep it right in place and then go up 1 7/8. So that would mean at 5. So you can go up to 1 7/8, or you can turn it this way and do it again at 1 7/8, because my brain is not working right now. So I'm just going to go to 1 7/8 there. And I'm going to come down 1 7/8 right there and up. Okay. And then I have those two there. Now, one thing I wanted to look as I was making this card is I went ahead and die cut. Because this is 6 by 6, I cut it at 3 3/4, and I had that 2 1/4 left over. And it was enough to cut out the middle of this really pretty die that's in the Storybook Friends die set. So I wasn't sure if I was going to want to do which side. So we're going to do that as we're working here. Now, I was wondering, so once you get this 1 7/8 and it's at 1 7/8, you're going to be folding it back. So I'm wondering, I'm going to fold it back, knowing that if I want to, I can fold it back the other way and change it if I want, okay? I would just flip it, the sheet over. So see how you get this really cool pattern of seeing both sides. And like I said, I'm sure this has been around for a while. Not my idea. You know how we always see ideas on, and I always am searching to make sure, like, am I copying something from somebody? But I see everybody just doing the stuff. So I just want to let you know, it wasn't my original idea. So here we are. Now, we have this cute little, kind of like, seems like when you make a pinwheel or something. So we could do this, and I'm going to stamp on the top and the bottom, just like I did on this one. I had the top and the bottom open. So I'm going to be putting this on. So I'm wondering if it looks good doing this, which I kind of think that looks good because you've got those two here and that one there. Or if you switched it and you did, of course, you're just folding it back on those score lines you did. And let's see what it looks like doing it that way. Okay, so what if I did it this way? Now, of course, I'm trying to ask for your opinion, but of course I can't hear you. So what if it was like this and I did this? Or I did, I guess either way, you're going to have to put the one that's the opposite. And the little guy is blue, and I kind of like this in here. So I think I'm going to turn it around the other way. So I am going to do it my original way. And once again, start out with a 3 3/4 by 5, and then go to the middle is 1 7/8, and then go cut down 1 7/8 and up 1 7/8. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is tack these little pennants down. Okay, there we go. There we go. I really like this pattern of paper because it had that just a bright and cheery calypso in there. And I know it's going to go on the middle of here, but what if I mess up the stamping? So I'm not going to put it down yet, okay? I know where it's going to go, but I want to stamp. This stamp set has a really pretty baby sentiment on there. It says, "Welcome, little one." So I'm thinking of putting that up on the top. So, "Welcome, little one," right there at the top. Okay, and then there's a cute little saying in there that says, "Some bunny loves you." That's why I'm using little Bun Bun over here. Little cutie. My old neighbor and dear friend had this huge bunny. I mean, we're talking as big as a child. And the bunny's nickname was named Bun Bun. So big. It was this huge bunny. So that's going to be where my sentiment's going. So I'm going to go ahead now and put this down. Wow, isn't that kind of cute too? Isn't that? Oh, let me see. Oh gosh, doesn't that look cute? But that kind of defeats the purpose of showing all the paper. But just think, that's a neat way of doing your card. Okay, that could be another way of doing that. But why cut it that way? You could just cut 2 triangles, you know. But this way you have the 2 patterns showing. So you kind of just want to get the same amount up in each corner. Stretch it the way you want it. Okay, so there is the front of the card. So let's go ahead and pop that on the front of our boho blue. Wow, I almost looked like I knew what I was doing, huh? Okay, so then that goes on the front of our boho blue card base. There we go. Just think of all the different things. You could put a sentiment across here. Like say you, let's just, I don't know, say you had a sentiment. Pretend this is a sentiment. I was playing around with my cup. Say you just want to put a sentiment across here and stamp something and just show the neat pattern. But I just chose to put a focal point on there. And I think we decided that this would look okay. So what I'm going to do is turn over the die and just do some creative taping in here. Just keeps it together a little bit here. Okay. There we go. Another little piece here. I love these little frames. I think of so many different... I get the stamp set and I start playing with it just with that stamp set, and then I think, oh, I could use this on this. And usually I figure that out like later on whenever the stamp set's retired and I want something. And I'm like, oh, I bet this one, and I'll get it out. But then I hate to use it in a video because I'm afraid people will be upset if they can't order it. But look here. So we're going to put that right there in the middle. Let's put some dimensionals on there. And I just saw some. Here we go. So this is the back. There we go. There we go. And a couple, I'm going to put them right there because I know that it's thin and I want to pop it up. So I'm actually going a little more than I usually put on. But it, like I said, it is a thin paper there. Okay, so here we go. But you want to pop this up because it just will have a better visual appeal to it. Okay, so let's put that right there in the middle. Oh, that does look cute. Oh, I'm excited. Sometimes when I, but you know, if you would have put, but that was blue on blue. So I wasn't sure about that. So I'm glad I chose the diagonal one with the Calypso. Then we're going to put the little bunny on here, popped him up. Now, remember when, if you get this stamp set, the, as soon as you run out of the quick and easy die cuts, you can actually easily put these little bunnies, and you've got a little hedgehog and a little bunny, a raccoon, a squirrel, but you can actually then stamp those and cut them out. These also do cut out some of the images that are in the DSP that aren't pop outs. So haha. Okay, so I thought the middle, since I'd already cut this paper down to 3 3/4, I cut the inside paper down. Normally I leave that 4 by 5 1/4, but since I had this little piece left over, because I cut my paper there because I wanted to use one sheet of paper so that I could put the inside of the frame. So there you go. And that could be your inside. And since I kind of put the whole inside, I put the whole sentiments on the outside, so I kind of just left this essentially like that. I wonder, yeah, because, well, you could put hello friend in there or happy spring, but it depends. You've got your Easter there. But with this baby, I just like this. And then I decided what would be pretty to put on this. Where did I put them? Oh, I hadn't decided whether I want to use the low profile dots because it's got this pretty petal pink, and petal pink is in the ears, or I wanted to use these, but technically these have like more of a, these are really pretty. These are on the online exclusives, the two-tone sparkle gems. These are online exclusives as well, the low profile dots, too great. But I'm seeing more of the pink in here, and this is more coral. You could get away with it, but I think what I'm going to do is put the low profile, but I wanted to give the little bunny. I had to just do something and make a little bow for little Miss Bunny. But yeah, she's a little girl because she's got her little dress on. First I looked and said, oh, that's a boy because it's blue, but no, that's a little dress. So I thought a little bow because it just needed a little sentiment. So let's see how little teensy weensy I can get that little bow. There we go. Okay, let's just trim down that there. Get a glue dot, put that little bow on just because I had to have an embellishment, you know. So there we go. Pull that off with my little take your pick tool. Little bunny. She has a little bow on there. Isn't she a cutie? And then let's just put a couple of these embellishments on. And like I said, petal pink is a nice gradient to the, these ones are little slipperies. I mean, they're adhesive. So let's see. There we go, a little on the blue. Should we put some gold on? I think I'm just going to use the petal pink ones. Like I said, these ones are slippery little buggers. And one here. And you have to do the rule of 3, so you need a third one. And it's always, where do you put that third one? You don't want to mimic that. Maybe we'll put it right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Low profile dots. Don't forget those. Those are a great neutral that kind of would go with a lot of things because you have those like gold ones in there. But that petal pink, see how pretty it looked with the Calypso coral in there. And just welcome, little one. Somebody loves you. Really cute way to look, just using that same technique there that I used in the Busy Bee bag. Thank you for that idea, everybody online. And so you've got that cute little frame. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me or text me at 724-323-2296, where celebration is going on right now. So every $60 or $120, we have 2 items There will be some new things coming out on February 1st, I've heard through the Stamping Up gossip chain, so you want to keep an eye on that. I will be using this in my Busy Bee bag. You have until February 1st at around 9 p.m. in the evening to sign up for the Busy Bee bag, and I think you will not be disappointed. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.